Baby. Oh, you guys ready to schedule it up?
Oh, man, I've added this to my schedule.
You got any puns for us? No. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets podcast. Live from the studio. There it is. And oh, what a day we have for you guys. The schedule is out. It just came out.
Hot schedule. Hot off the presses. The schedule is here.
We're going to have our instant reactions. We might talk about this tomorrow. Sometimes you have to really look at the numbers. You have to look at the data.
Listen, there's you can look it over the first time. It doesn't tell the whole story.
So true. You got to wait. And then, what do we have these note cards? We're going to play a brand new game I thought of while I was laying in bed last night. I got so excited. I had to make a little note in my notes app. I was so excited for it. We're going to debut it. Who's the highest?
Whoa.
Oh, wait.
Both like, yeah, for sure
now?
first. Yeah, right
Yeah.
now. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a really good show. D-Line Co. is back.
That's right, guys. I was in Phoenix for a long time. I actually became a Phoenician while I was there.
Really?
Yeah, and then I was actually okay with it. It was
The heat wasn't getting to you?
I was there the hottest day ever
Oh.
in August, 114. But let me tell you, it only felt like 112, 110. But
The wind chill, yeah.
Yeah, dude, but I had my own donut shop, dude. I'm a Phoenician.
You're a Phoenician. Did you talk to Ishbia? He was on the PHNX Suns show today.
He's not like us, dude. We're Phoenicians. He's from Michigan.
That's so true. He hasn't adjusted. Also back on the show, Brendan Vogt.
And I'm a Hoosier. I finished my NBA Finals tour after investigating Oklahoma. I went to Indiana. Not in the same tier.
Really?
Can I give you guys two truths and a lie about my time in Indiana?
I'm gonna point out the lie.
I went to a Fever game.
Okay.
I had Chavapi.
Yep.
And I saw some harness racing.
You did not go to a fever game.
I did not go to a Fever game because Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese weren't playing. Apparently, don't let Jokic find out about Indiana. I found a nice little Serbian restaurant. Shout out Noblesville. And then I watched some harness racing. You guys know Jokic uses his celebrity powers to become friends with Tim Tetrick of Team Tetrick.
Yeah.
His younger brother, I believe Trace is his name, or Jace. His younger brother was
Trace
at the
would
track.
make more sense.
Was
with
at the track I was at. So
Really?
I bet on him as a shout out to the coincidence gods.
Didn't work.
Finished in
Dude,
eighth.
Clay
Yeah, finished in
Thompson,
eighth.
Tim Tetrick, shaking hand. Little brother's named Trace.
Yeah, I think. Maybe.
We think, or Jace. We're not sure.
Jace. Lost my bet though.
Dude, betting on the ponies is fun though, isn't it?
Here's the thing about the harness track too is depending where you're at, you can get right up on there as Jokic likes to do. So you watch the horses kind of parade by.
Yeah.
And so as opposed to just betting on the odds, you can literally see that horse is in shape. That horse is headed for a farm.
That horse,
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like
that horse spent all offseason in Slovenia hitting a hookah.
Exactly.
Have you seen Ben-Hur?
I haven't actually seen Ben-Hur. One last coincidence though, the winning horse in the Dan Patch race,
Yeah.
Sabonis.
Really?
That was the name. Yeah.
Wow. You're trying to tell us that people from the Balkans like horses, but don't always love living in the Balkans, so they come over here? Is that what you're saying?
I guess. I wouldn't have thought Indiana I would get a little taste of Serbia, but I did.
Sabonis, by the way, is that like a horse that was named when Sabonis was there and then it just came of age to race? And it's like he's not even there. Actually, you're probably right. That's probably what it is. Let's get to our top story today, though. The schedule has dropped. In all sincerity, I actually do care about it. It's fun to make fun of the schedule, but there actually are some things that are interesting.
There's nothing funny about the schedule. The funny part is like whipping yourself up into a frenzy about the schedule.
To be honest, this is like the shooty hoop thing where it's like, oh, you like because they shoot the little ball into the little cylinder. It's like, it's all dumb. This slightly more dumb,
I don't think that applies, but fine.
I think it applies. We speculated on this very show that the home opener would be against the Phoenix Suns.
Holy smokes.
And lo and behold, your
Phoenix
Phoenix Suns would be a very conflicting game for you. The home opener. So they play at Golden State on Thursday. That game's on ESPN, by the way, not Peacock. There's the Monday game that's on Peacock. So on ESPN. And then on Saturday, the home opener, it's the Phoenix Suns. To me, it is the perfect game to have on your home opener. I actually prefer the Nuggets go on the road for Thursday because when you get a Saturday night home opener crowd, And then you get the rivalry of the Phoenix Suns, but they're also toothless, a little bit more toothless.
It's like in the movie Gladiator, as long as we're talking about old movies that involved horses.
Ben-Hur's right there, yeah.
Ben-Hur, you
he
wound the opponent.
Yeah, but he loses that one, though.
Whatever. That's but whatever. They would do that. They would wound the tiger or whatever, and then they would go out and conquer it.
This is more they wounded themselves. So Denver didn't really do anything to them other than completely break their confidence that year. Remember that, 2023? So maybe they did wound them. But I love it. Phoenix Suns opening night, Denver should win. Denver should be favored. That should be a great matchup. There's still enough of a rivalry to it. I honestly think that's the perfect game that we could have asked for, Vote.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to win that game. You're going to win that game. And I don't I don't say that from a Nuggets perspective.
No?
No. I say that from the perspective of someone's playing the Phoenix Suns early in the season.
They're not terrible.
I agree to disagree. Look, I'm setting this up to get clipped to all hell here.
Oh, yeah, dude. We're like...
I was thinking about hold up though. I was thinking about this because my guy James Hollis, aka Snotty Drippin, was on the timeline tonight, and he's like, "I'm bookmarking," because I said the same thing, like the perfect game. And I was thinking to myself, you go, you know what? This is bookmark season.
Oh, are Celtics fans bookmarking stuff next year? They got a lot of time on their hands, Adam.
Shout out the homie.
Maybe they should employ the Dewey Decimal System for all of their
But here's my point is this year, I don't mind being clipped. I don't mind being bookmarked. Whoa. I'm not saying the Nuggets are a lock to win the title. I'm just saying, you know what?
Dude.
If this year you're gun shy about your Denver Nuggets, you'll never go into it. Why not say some things from your chest this year? I like it. I don't think the Suns suck, but I also think the Nuggets are going to win that game.
I mean, look, of course they could lose that game, but you should hope to win that game. You should absolutely have all confidence in that home opener against the Suns. You're a better team, and the Suns should probably have more to figure out than you, even despite all the revolving sort of door and musical chairs you played in the offseason. So and as Adam pointed out eloquently, it's still a matchup that I think gets the juices flowing in Ball Arena.
Jeez. Adam in his smug era. That's all there is.
Don't say that.
I didn't do the contraction.
You
didn't.
You're simply smug about the Denver Nuggets.
I'm just confident, man. I'm just confident in the Nuggets. By the way, Ishbia went on PHNX Southwest Bias show. Very good show. My guy Espo, who I love dearly. Dude, Ishbia is, I'm telling you, man, we've seen this a little bit in quotes, but I was listening to the interview today. He goes on there and he has a line, and I'm sure it'll get clipped and go viral. He has a line where he's like, so if people didn't like my involvement earlier, I'm going to be twice as involved going forward or something. Like he was like tripling and quadrupling down. He says it a couple times of like, my input, my voice is going to be heard. It wasn't always heard before this, but it's going to be heard now. And I'm like, dude, what?
Do you feel so? I think Matt Ishbia is one of those guys who sort of finishes like a really long, impassioned speech, and someone else in the room goes, "Who are you talking to?"
And he goes, "Please clap."
The
The thing is that Matt Ishbia thinks his biggest opponents are the fans of his basketball team. He's like, we don't care. We love it. We want you to be more involved. The fact that he's screaming at Suns fans, like, I'll show you. Yeah. You think that was bad? Hold on. I need to watch this. That's incredible.
It is incredible. Everybody should watch it. It's pretty funny to watch. And I will say, man, if you want to be loved by a fan base, don't become an owner. Like the price you pay.
Or become the Waltons. We love those guys.
Well, at the moment, but I mean, it's early days. But I'm just saying, like, owners rarely have a high Q score. You know what I mean? What you have is a high bank account, and you get to have a really good life. But the price is, people just aren't going to love you, man.
Oh yeah.
It depends. There are owners that have navigated this landscape very deftly, very well. The Rooney family comes to mind. They own the Steelers. The Morrow family.
Yeah, look at how we can just list them off
the
here.
Giant. I'm just telling you, like, there are families you look at and you're like, that's good. But Ishbia is coming in guns blazing. It's so hilarious. This is a bit of a old money, new money situation. Like those old owners, that's all blue blood, old school. They just put their nose to the grindstone.
The invisible hand.
Their invisible hand. Ishbia's coming in like, woo! Like he's got a big yellow Ferrari on the block, and all of the old money's looking at him like, God damn it, this nouveau riche idiot.
They all think they're Elon, but they learn the wrong lessons. They're like, if I'm
they all think they're like, I know how to be loved. I'll be Elon.
I'll be Elon, right? He's popular. I see his tweets everywhere.
People seem to enjoy. He's got a lot of followers.
Yeah, his stuff gets a lot of traction. There's There's a 4-game homestand early in November, which I kind of love because you just want to have some kind of, you go out on the road a little bit, you do a little bit of stuff in October, but early on you get this Sacramento, Miami, Golden State, Indiana, and all of those are winnable. I mean, when Denver's at home, every game they should be favored in. Honestly, every game this year they should be favored at home. But when you talk about Sacramento, Miami, definitely. Golden State, by the way, tournament game, NBA Cup game.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
And then a second night of a back-to-back for Indiana against Indiana, but it's the Pacers. They're depleted. I just like that because we all expect, you just look at the schedule, you're like, they should win. Early on, it's clunky. Things happen. Teams are figuring it out. 4-game homestand should be a nice, all right, we went through camp, we went through preseason, we got crazy. Settle in. Let's all have some practices. Let's get our sleep right.
And I've not analyzed this. I don't know if you have. Here's my honest hope for the day and age that we currently live in. I hope that they created all the schedules and then ran it through ChatGPT to make sure there's no ridiculous back to back. There's no the Nuggets have 17 games in 19 days, that kind of nonsense. We, as long as our society is going to be ruined from within, let's get some benefit out of it also.
I wonder if that would be I don't know if ChatGPT could handle that, but that would be interesting. Say, create a coherent schedule.
We created a literal quantum computing chip that can do millions of, it can understand the multiverse. If they can't get the NBA schedule right, we should just close it up.
The funny thing is I've heard those words, but I don't know what they mean. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel about most words, man.
Oh, that's right. The quantum. We have the
here.
quantum computer.
Yeah.
That's right, with the string theory.
Whatever.
It's very road heavy in the early to middle portion of the year. I actually think the big thing I have on here, I put it out on Twitter. The Nuggets go on the road for an insane stretch where
ChatGPT was not employed.
I don't think they were, to be honest with you, because they go on the road, I believe, on November 11th. And from November 11th until December 7th, they only have 1-game homestands. So, and what I hate about that,
are you serious?
that means that it's basically an extended road trip. You have a flight after every game. You come home, so technically it's a home game, but you're home for 24 hours and then you're on the road again. I hate it. 4 1-game homestands in the middle of a bunch of long extended road trips.
Bro.
I would wager that's probably almost, if not more annoying to players than say the really long road trip coming up, at the start of the new year or whatever.
The thing that's crazy, I guarantee the players live further from the airport than the hotel would be.
Right.
It's actually more of a problem to get to your house than it would be for the team bus to take you just downtown.
Well, also, just while we're in complaining mode over here.
It's schedule season.
It's schedule
baby.
season, man. The Nuggets, Denver is also far from everybody except for Oklahoma City and Utah. So Minnesota, you go at Sacramento, at the Clippers, at Minnesota. Okay, it's a road trip. Minnesota to Denver is not close. That's a 2-hour, 3-hour flight. You play at home and then you go at New Orleans. So it's not even like it's a short, if this happened to Brooklyn and they're like, oh, we're on the road at Knicks tonight. Oh, at Philly.
Right.
You take a freaking train. The Nuggets, these are long extended flights. Then you come home for a cup of coffee. It's just that stretch. I think when you look at this, the Nuggets are going to need a hot start because by November 11th through December 7th, it's going to be they might lose ground just by virtue of they won't sleep in the same bed 2 nights in a row.
This would have been a great episode to get Michael Malone on. Malone, can you expertly complain about the NBA schedule in a way that only...
So statute of limitations has expired on this one, so I can tell this story. I'm told he did this very thing, that this was one of the funniest quirks of Michael Malone is schedule day dropped, and he immediately came out with don't expect us to win here. This is terrible. This ain't going to work. And it was he really loved looking at the schedule for reasons to complain about
that
it.
Checks out. It checks out. He, as we learn to love. Now, I don't want to complain or make any excuses, but
I do have a list.
Yeah, but they made a terrible schedule. I'm with them on this. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, of course. It is legitimate. I mean, it is in sports. It's no excuses,
legitimate.
play like a champ. But there's also a thing where you look at that and go, I'm going to go an entire month where I'm in a different city every single night for 1 month.
No lesson is learned more by the long-term NBA watcher than there are some games you're just not going to win. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter the opponent. There are things you're like, yeah, that's an L. They're going to lose that.
That being said, There's also one thing about the schedule I absolutely love.
What?
I absolutely love, and I'll talk about it on the other side.
Oh man, I never stick around.
I was such a good fake. I'm almost not ready to do the ad read. Just kidding. I'm ready. Because I spent a lot of time this summer talking about our good friends at Empire Today. When I say Empire, that might sound familiar. When I say Empire Today, carpet and flooring, you're thinking, hang on, my whole life I've seen Empire on my TV. I remember that jingle. You know what I'm talking
We all remember
about? 300
Empire.
Anyway.
Been
now
singing to us our whole lives.
You get me talking to you about it. It's on your podcast as well. Because they're the experts, they're the emperors, the absolute goats in flooring, and they have been for a long time with their dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. So when they're talking flooring, you know that they know what they're talking about. Their flooring experts bring the showroom right to your home. Pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. See how it looks with your furniture in your house. This is not something where you want to have surprises pop up the day it arrives. And with Empire Today, they do everything in their power to make sure that by the time these set of professional installers are there, all of your questions are answered, and you can just be excited about how your new floor is going to look in your home. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. DNVR listeners can receive a $350 discount when using promo code DNVR. You did hear that right, $350 discount with code DNVR. Restrictions apply. Visit EmpireToday/DNVR for full details. And if you're familiar with the program, then by now you surely know Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. Trucks have always been a part of Toyota's DNA for generations. Toyota's built durable legends destined for greatness and perfect for Colorado, just like our guy Jokic. And whether you're conquering off-road trails or hauling the way to the world, there's a Toyota truck that's just right for you, like the all-new 2024 Tacoma and the return of the iconic 2024 Land Cruiser. Doesn't have to be hauling or off-roading with Toyota. They've got every type of vehicle for every type of experience for all these different types of Coloradans that now make up our great state. So no matter what type of Coloradan you are, do yourself a favor. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. There's Auto Nation Toyota Arapahoe in Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
No matter what kind of Coloradan you are, like what are the archetypes of Coloradan?
Oh, I'll tell you. Guy that grew up here that views the mountains as a place to go away from prying eyes and burn garbage.
I'm not trying to burn garbage up there, but I do go. That's
away
disrespectful.
From prying, I'm telling you, that's the first guy. Scumbag that views the mountains as just a way to get away from prying eyes.
That's me, though. That's me.
Guy that grew up here and adopted a more outdoorsy lifestyle.
Okay, this is me. Okay.
Guy 3, guy who moved here because he loves hiking, biking, hiking, yoga. It has nothing to do with Colorado at all, and like has this weird vision of what Colorado is. The mountains are to be. You go to the mountains to buy saltwater taffy. You get a rubber snake. You can hide. You and your buddies go.
We're learning about a new type of guy.
I was gonna say I exactly know what you're talking about.
You and your buddies go in there. You drink a bunch of beer. You leave them. You just leave it in a pile out there.
Maybe some
or you
fudge.
Burn something. What the hell? That's not what the mountains are for. Hiking and biking. What the hell's wrong with you?
Incredible tangent.
Agree to disagree. A couple more things here. We do not know if the Nuggets play on Jokic yet. We do not know because that will be the in-season tournament.
This is the worst part of the in-season.
That we don't even know when it is.
So can Jokic become like Thanksgiving where it's just the first Thursday? It just kind of moves around. It's like
they never play on Jokic. This is the thing is they keep taking it. So Denver, if they make it to the elimination round, have a chance of playing on Jokic because that will be the actual tournament. If they don't make it to the elimination round, then they won't play on Jokic.
Wow, a lot at stake.
So a lot at stake this year. They do play on Christmas. We know that. That's the Timberwolves game. So one for sure, one maybe. And then they do play on Serbian Christmas.
Okay.
At Boston.
Okay.
I like that.
Sure.
You don't like that one?
You mean like what is the Boston part? You said that was such like of course it's at
because
Boston.
It's like a meaningful game. Like if you look at Boston,
I thought maybe meant because it's like there'll be a Serbian population.
I just think Jokic will bring it at Boston.
I think so at the Garden.
We might get a very memorable game, Serbian Christmas at Boston.
Oh man,
you know. I think that one will be a good one. Is it on TV? Let me take a look. A quick little gander. It's not on TV? Dude, Boston has fallen off. No, it is. No, it is. Oh, no, it's
Oh.
not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, you were right.
Glad we got to the bottom of it.
It is, by the
You
way,
got
on
this
TV.
one
It's
correct.
just on local altitude. Yeah.
What a bummer. Here's what I love about this. Oh, actually, one more thing. Michael Porter Jr.'s return, January 29th.
Hey,
I kind of wish it was earlier
How come?
because I'm a little worried about. I hope he's.
Oh, you don't think he'll be playing?
I just hope he play. I think he'll play. Mike doesn't miss. If he can go out there, he'll go out there. If it was like November 12th, I'd be like, perfect. Okay.
I'm very, very, very curious
Shut up.
about how he's going to come into if there's any kind of vengefulness in his approach, or if he's just like,
I doubt it.
Hey, what up, homies? And he's just shooting it up, or
Yeah, I doubt it.
But I think he will give it his all. I just don't think it'll be an angry all.
an angry
I think it'll be a joyful one.
Doesn't strike me as a vengeful kind of dude.
Yeah.
Me either. But
know.
like it is basketball. That's how you're supposed to be.
Sure,
So, maybe.
But January 29th, we might have to make that a takeover day. It's against the Nets, obviously. That
Oh, hell yeah.
that could be a
dude.
great takeover opportunity. We go MPJ, show some love.
It could go two ways, right? It could go, we know very much what we have to do to make it difficult for him to get the ball, and we'll just do that. Or that's a midseason game against Brooklyn, and no one's paying any attention to the game plan, and Mike goes off. It could be, it'd be interesting to see.
Or they just put Peyton Watson on him and he just evaporates.
This feels like the biggest homecoming of the Jokic era. We had Danilo Gallinari, we had Kenneth Faried, but both of them kind of felt.
Gary Harris.
Yeah, Gary Harris, even all these guys, it just didn't feel as. Michael Porter's bigger than Gary Harris.
The biggest one is probably Bruce Brown. He wasn't even playing.
But I'm saying of guys that feel like they were, real
meaningful
here. I
part.
think Gallinari you would have a case for, but it just at that time it felt like he was here 1 year too many. So, you know what I mean? So this will be a big homecoming. Here's what I love though. To end the year, the Nuggets have a tough first 3 quarters of the season. The end of it is great. 14 of their last 21 games are at home. Basically, by the time you get to March 1st, which is against the Minnesota Timberwolves, you are at home for several 3 and 4 game homestands. And the end of that schedule at Utah, you have Utah twice, San Antonio twice, Memphis and Portland. This is a great tanking year. There are 5 or 6 players they say in this year's draft that could have been a number 1 pick. I think tanking this year will be bigger than it was in previous years. And you're looking at candidates for tanking. So Denver, not only will be home, they might have a handful of games against teams that, depending, look, Portland, Utah, Memphis, or San Antonio, we don't know. They could be good. But I'm betting 1 or 2 of those teams is bad.
Bro.
Denver has a chance to really close the gap strong.
And so on paper, too, a nice deceleration ramp from the regular season into the postseason, if you have the luxury of approaching it that way. From the perspective of traveling is when these creatures of habits are thrown a little more outside of their routine. Like, obviously, you're subject to chance. Your flight is delayed. We've seen all kinds of things, right? Where they don't get into the hotel till hour X or what have you. Or you already are injured and flying is bad for it. Just all these things, right? Like just being able to be in your home and be in your bed consistently down the stretch of the season. Ideally, if they've taken care of business, it's a nice sort of way to not kick your feet up, but just avoid stressing yourselves at the worst possible time to the point where something, goes wrong.
It seems tight as hell. There's nothing worse than the intro to like any NBA season that is with under the shadow of it being a good draft.
Right.
There's like 18 teams like, oh, we're not winning a goddamn game this year.
No, but here's the thing. There are years where it's like there's one guy and then there's nobody good. This year there is a lot of guys that this year you might get the 6th pick in the draft and be like, yeah, man, that's a good pick.
Totally. That sucks.
And there's a lot of times if you are a Portland who maybe has hopes of we're not tanking this year, we want to give it a go. You might get to January and be like, you know what though? We have a chance to move from 5 to 3. Like, let's go.
Although, we saw a couple teams like hilariously. That always happens. Like a team hilariously ruins their own chances for some
some dumb reason.
For some game that in the moment feels like a big deal. And
it's always the Bulls.
And then it's always the Bulls, right? And then there's always the side that's like, I like it. You have a winning culture.
That's so true. It's going to carry over into next year when we're also fighting for the
It doesn't
play-in.
even carry over into the next game.
You play the Spurs 3 times in 30 days to end the year, which is weird. This is one of the quirks I hate about the schedule. You play Oklahoma City 4 times this year. The first time is February 1st. The second time is February 29th. leap year next year.
Jam them all up.
And you just jam all of them into a 3-week period. I kind of hate that because you want to see Denver, especially OKC Denver feels like a collision course. And you kind of want to get like a November, a December, a February, and an April. You know, like kind of like progression throughout the year. All of them in a row.
Do you want? So I wonder, does this make you question how they go about what the foundation? Like, what do they say? Like the most important things are for each team when they're putting the structure of their. I mean, obviously they're not looking at matchups. They're obviously not looking at number of back-to-backs.
They have to try as best they can to mitigate projected travel, like imbalance in what travel would do.
Yeah, I also bet like they have to figure out where Taylor Swift will be.
That's
playing.
a big part.
I was going to say, this is what I think it starts from this. The TV partners get to like auction for games. They want, hey, these are the games we want. So then you set those in. And then, yes, there's the San Antonio has the rodeo and the circus comes to town in Chicago and all this different stuff. And you have to fit it into that. And then the last thing is, does this make sense for the teams at all? That's the last layer.
No, not really, but it does allow for the rodeo and Taylor Swift. So,
yep, exactly.
There's going to be 7 back-to-backs against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And owners, I think, have a say in this as well, too, with sort of flexibility in dates. Like sometimes they're just not interested. They're like, no, we want that concert, actually.
And also, so. I mean, so this is the thing. OKC Denver, I'm so excited for. Don't get too excited. February 1st. We're 6 months away from OKC Denver, 7 months away.
I wonder what also, like, if you think about the new Boston ownership group, they don't own the stadium. They don't own the arena. So I wonder if it's like the arena owner has the state, like, we want this. You can fill in your little leprechaun games around it and we'll just figure it out.
Well,
like,
this was what happened to the Clippers. Remember, the Clippers kept getting screwed
because of the
Lakers. And it was like, we'd make the Lakers schedule first. Then you just pick off whatever's left.
And the chat, there's a couple more good factors in there as well. Hockey teams share a lot of arenas. So now you're crossing these two potential conflicts against one another. And they do try as best they can to avoid going up against behemoth events and broadcasts as well. So
it actually is, I'm sure, a very complex endeavor. But
ChatGPT involved.
Get ChatGPT,
and as
man.
we talked about at the very last hour, they have to remember
the Nuggets exist.
About the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they're like, oh God, wake up. We forgot the Nuggets again.
I will say it's always a random team, though, and the Spurs, to me, represent that random team where you see them 3 times. They might see them, maybe they see them 4 times this year, but 3 times in 30 days. We're going to feel that in March, where it's like the Spurs.
They did that last year, too. Remember, we got the Spurs
back-to-back. Yeah, but that was at least a back-to-back. This is 3 separate games where we'll be like, all right, we got the Spurs on Monday. Who do we have on Saturday? The Spurs. Oh, what about next Saturday? That's the Spurs again.
If it wasn't the Spurs, it was another
Wolves
team
last year, too.
Whatever.
It's just kind of a bummer, but hopefully the Spurs suck next year, as D-Line predicts.
Well, I don't necessarily predict.
Are you softening on this?
No, they're not going to be good. I just mean, like, I think they'll probably contend for a bubble spot. Like, I think they'll be like
they'll be in the mix.
Yeah, they'll be in the mix. But I mean, again, they have a generational player who plays losing basketball, so that's going to be tough.
Sohan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure who you were talking about. It should be good, though. I do think that the Nuggets, we'll get more into some of these details, but I will say the one thing I take away from this, you start the season at Golden State, Phoenix at home, at Minnesota, New Orleans at home, at Portland, and then that 4-game homestand. That's your start to the year. That's 9 games. You got to have a good start there, because after that is when that huge road trip goes, and it's just inevitable that you're going to drop some games in those road trips. So Denver, to me, you look at that first 10 game, we'll do this tomorrow. You look at that, 8-2 is very realistic given the being at home a lot and the level of competition. It sounds crazy, but 8-2, Denver should be aiming for 8-2 to start.
And the last point I would throw on there, and we all know this, it's obvious, but always worth reiterating. There's how it looks in the on paper season, my friend. And once guys start getting hurt, just this sort of right now, it's like, oh, you play this team on this date. What version of that team are you getting?
Yeah. The on paper season to the on the disabled list season.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
All right, that's enough scheduled talk for today. Like I said, tomorrow we might get a little bit more into the details. But as I said, laying in bed last night, I thought up a game, and sometimes I think of a game and they suck.
Game named this in bed last night.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up with that?
Just curious.
Will this game work? We're not sure. We'll find out on the other side.
Let's find out.
Hey, we know it's almost Broncos season here in Denver. So Broncos country, if you're also part of Nuggets country, this one's for you. And Credit Union, the official banking partner of the Denver Broncos, has created a Broncos checking account that's built for fans like us here in Denver. This thing is loaded with the kind of perks that will get any Broncos fan fired up. Things like no surprise fees, no minimum balance requirements, and the money in your Broncos checking account even earns dividends. What a treat. So it's already a great checking account, but then you get the layer of all the Broncos fan perks. You get 10% off food and gear on game days at Empower Field at Mile High. I love how long stadium names are becoming.
I thought about that. We'll save it.
So if you're ready to bank like a Bronco, go to ent.com/DNVR. That's ent.com/DNVR and sign up for Broncos checking today. Ent Credit Union is insured by NCUA. Membership required. Annual percentage yield. Account requires associated Ent Broncos debit card.
The other cool thing is you get the Broncos artwork on your credit card, which I've had in the past, a Broncos card, which is awesome. Like when I was in Philadelphia in the stadium.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I paid for my beers with my Bronco card. I got a look that, as though I handed the gentleman a naked photo of his own mother. He was like, ugh. I was like, can I just have the beer, man?
And I also want to talk to you about our friends at I couldn't find a transition there at Monarch Money. Finances can be messy and confusing. Monarch Money acts like your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control so you can stop earning and start growing. It's more than your average budgeting app. Monarch Money is a complete financial command center for your accounts, your investments, and your goals. So don't just manage your money. Start building wealth with 50% off for your first year. And that's for our listeners right there. So get control of your overall finances with Monarch Money. Use code DNVR at monarchmoney.com. That's code DNVR at monarchmoney.com. In your browser, you'll get half off for your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code DNVR.
Your first good money decision is using the code.
There you go. Dion, do we have the graphic for our game today? Who's highest? I love this.
I love the
Who
font.
is highest? Brand new game.
I like the font because that's like the clouds in the sky.
That's the clouds are up in the sky.
Clouds up in the sky.
It's the stratosphere, I think they call it. So here's how it works. We have 3 cards here. We haven't brought our cards out in a while.
No, it's been a minute.
First, second, and third. Okay, there's 3 of us on the panel. If I were to give a prompt like who is highest on the state of Indiana, vote would probably we're gonna all reveal at the same time. When we would reveal, he's probably first. Second, you would probably guess third. We got that one correct, right?
Sure.
And then we'll talk about why.
A wee bit underrated.
Well, so you keep
Just
saying.
a touch.
He keeps saying.
Just a touch.
So we all know each other's takes, but now it's time to debate who loves or hates
Yeah, dude.
certain things the most.
This
First,
is how my friends and I, if we all liked the same girl,
Yeah.
we'd be like, all right, who likes her the most?
I appreciate her more.
this is actually true. This is like 3rd grade. This is you're like, hold on,
I
man.
think her hair smells like peaches.
Yeah. All right. Our very first one, Jamal Murray. Who is highest on Jamal Murray right now? So if you think you're first, you would do first. You think you're second, whatever it is.
Thing of the world.
All right. Who is highest on Jamal? Ready, set, reveal.
Yep.
Yeah, we nailed it. We did it.
Good job, boys.
This was the easiest thing of all time.
This one
job.
was easy. This one was easy. So, all right, you're highest. Go ahead and give us the argument.
Well, listen, I'm highest because for a variety of reasons.
Tight.
The first of which, as it pertains to Jamal Murray, is that I believe, as I've been quoted as saying many times, as Harrison has done in the past, it's the year of Jamal Murray. That's just all there is to it. It's the year of Jamal Murray. Why is it the year of Jamal Murray? You're 9 into his or 8 into his NBA career when the other 7 or 8 were not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think maybe because
So this is more just like you feel it in your
at a
bones.
certain point, I'm trying to manifest something. Like if we all put our back into this, Jamal Murray himself will feel
Manifest
the
it.
energy, and he'll be like, you know what? One more rep. You know what? I want to take another lap. I'm going to do jingle jangles when no one asks me to.
I was really hoping you were going to like convince us on this, but it really is just you're feeling it.
Just hope. Just
Well,
toss
I
in a
mean,
hope.
like we've gone through the reasons. It is, to me, it's not just a fool's fancy.
Yeah.
It could easily play out that way. But there are things in place. Jamal Murray is coming in healthy. Jamal Murray has shown that he's willing to throw a football with the fellas. He's been showing us some offseason tape.
Dude, that's huge. He's willing to throw a football with that kid.
I mean,
Stop.
When was the last
Stop.
time?
Come on,
when was the last time
cynical
you threw a
vote.
football?
Stop.
When was the last time you threw a football with anybody? God damn it!
Yeah.
Point being is that he
Long
looks
time.
he looks to be
Dude, I can't anymore. 'cause of my shoulder.
feeling like this is his time. And again, there's new foundations in place with this team, and he has to reprove himself. And so
Yeah.
I think for that reason, it'll be the year of Jamal Murray.
I'll be honest. I'm skeptical just because I feel like I'm trying to be logic on this one. But I will say, Vogt, I'm more optimistic this year than I was last year.
Yeah, I'm not, there's 3 options here, and I figured I was third.
Of course.
I don't want to say it's a 0% chance. That's not my position.
It doesn't mean he hates him.
Are you higher on him this year, coming into this year, than you were last year, or you kind of feel like it's more or less going to be the same? Yeah.
Show it to me,
wait and see is the
Correct
If
answer.
the stonk, the jam stonk, if you were going to buy it.
It's also the easiest thing to say.
This is like, you're like, it's going to happen. I'm like, I could see it. Like, I'm hopeful, like and you're kind of like, if I see it, I'll see it.
Yeah.
Next one.
Oh boy.
But I'll give him
David
credit.
Adelman.
Oh boy.
Ready,
Okay.
set, go.
Dude,
We did it again.
we know each other so well, you guys.
You stupid.
Dude, we're
idiots.
good. Do we just know each other a little
I just
too
know
well?
in what ways you guys are wrong. You know what I mean?
So you don't think that this is the right order. You're just predicting it's what we think is the right order.
I knew that I would be the third highest on him.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I think there's very real reasons why I think it could go tough. I mean, anytime as a new coach, there's more mystery than anything else. I think what goes into being a great coach is more mystery than anything else. I just think he's the right guy, and I think this team is not that hard to coach. And when I say not that hard to coach, strategically, I think is what he's good at. Managing players, disasters, having to go through something like that. I just, knock on wood, I don't know if Denver's going to have, I think they're going to have a below average amount of ego and locker room disasters this year. So he just needs to be a strategist, which is what he's good at.
I think that's a good argument, and I'm buying large parts of that argument.
I am third on this list because I don't know if he's got that dog in him. And I think sometimes you need to have that dog in you. Even if the dog is like a smarmy little jerk like the OKC, like OKC's,
Jack Russell Terrier.
Like OKC's coach has like a mean wiener dog, but he's still got that dog in him. But like David Adelman, I didn't see him shrink, but I also didn't see him do what Michael Malone would do, which was turn into an absolute general and start screaming at people. And sometimes that is what's required. Sometimes that's too much. Sometimes it can wear out your welcome. But oftentimes you need that. You need some fire from your coach.
Yeah.
And I don't see him as being a fiery guy at all. But it doesn't have to all come from him. But that being said, like I'm just third. Like I'm not out on him.
You're not
I'm just
selling David Adelman.
Like I know you're big in on him. I know that you like him, and I feel good about him too. But I'm just the third of us.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, the next one is a fun one. Cam Johnson.
Oh, doctor.
Cam Johnson.
See,
Where do
this
we
is
think
gonna be
we
a tough
are?
one.
This
This
one
is
is going to
a
be a
tough
tough one.
I think we're all very high.
We're all high on him, but are you as high?
We're gonna get
Who's
this
the
one wrong.
highest?
We're gonna get this one wrong.
I feel like we're gonna.
Or we're just gonna tie.
I think can I guess? before
Ready?
we-
No, let's reveal. Go.
I knew this would happen.
I was
Literally
just
the
gonna say-
exact-
I was gonna say. I know we're gonna have two twos. I
Yep.
know we're gonna have two twos. I know we're gonna have two twos.
Strong agree. First of all, nothing scarier and probably less utility in media right now than being like, you know who I'm actually going to zag and sell really hard? Cam Johnson. I'm not going to do that. But I think Adam is the most excited.
I think his floor is perfect fit, and his ceiling is there's more to his game than he's gotten to show. So to me, I'm like, I don't see disaster. I think it's going to be at worst as good a replacement as you could have possibly hoped, like as good or better.
Dude, see, Evan's a 0 on Cam.
he's got you one
He's
up,
even
dude.
higher. He's out camming you. My
Wow.
man- dude, how high is Evan?
I am so hopeful. I'll be honest, more hopeful
up in
than
the
I
clouds,
am.
man.
More hopeful than I am about Jamal Murray actually having a meaningfully different year. I'm more hopeful that Cam Johnson is like a more positive plus impact player than expected. You know, the baseline is.
Yes. So I feel as though Brendan Vogt and I are equally very high on Cam Johnson, but you have gone above and beyond. I know that you're the highest on him, but I know that we are also all very high. It would be very, at this point, like there's no one that doesn't think it's a great fit.
Yeah,
Like,
me and all my friends are high on
dude, we all did.
Cam Johnson.
We all, we all
I
went in
think
on
I'm
the,
higher though.
yeah.
That's
Well,
the
listen, we all went out on the buy on Cam Johnson.
Bruce
more.
Brown.
Oh, doctor.
Ooh.
Can I guess?
All right, no changing it. No changing it.
Can I guess?
Yes.
2-3-3.
All right, ready, set, go. sneaky. Like, we love Bruce. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good.
We're all fading Bruce.
We're not fading him.
No, but okay. So what just happened is that we all have questions
For the
and
listeners.
we all pulled a 3. We all have questions about him being the backup 1, but we all recognize how fantastic he is, and none of us are fading him. It's just we had to be one of them.
All right, I have 2 questions for each of you.
Yeah.
And I think I know your answer on both. Are you in favor of the signing?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think he'll be as good or better than 2023?
No.
Yes, I do think you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, as good. Yeah, close. I mean, close.
Okay.
But not better. I don't
Not
think better.
That's kind of where I was getting.
And I think that he was great in meaningful moments, which is what I think he'll be now. But when you get in the regular season, he's not like saving you a bunch. That's kind of how I feel.
All right.
So he's a minimum signing. He's gonna or a low signing. It's gonna feel like it.
We're experiencing something called hive mind that we don't mean to have, but we talk to each other every opinion we.
That's why this game rules. This is a good game.
What a great game!
What a great game.
Dude, I'm so
I'm
high.
I'm
so high.
on this game.
Who's highest on this game?
I'm right here.
I'm a big 3. I'm a 3 on this game.
This one's controversial. Even the Cronkies.
No, I know who's one.
Do you? I'm curious.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
We did it! We did it again.
I'll tell you why I'm the highest.
You have I'm sure it's very pragmatic, which is the same take I have.
They keep winning. They just keep winning. They keep winning. They do everything. They make us so mad until they make a move. We're like, oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Every time. We're like, God damn it. Would you put some money in the goddamn team? Make it there. Would you hire a coach? And then they hire a coach. We're like, oh, sweet. That was actually a great move. Or we're like, would you go get
Valanciunas or Bruce
no,
Brown
wire the
or-
guy from the GM we all want?
Bob Myers. Get Bob Myers.
The only GM anybody knows. We're like, get Bob Myers. And they hire, they hire Ben Wallace. We're like, that was sweet. Great job.
Yeah, great job.
So I can't, listen, I want to be mad. I want to be mad. We did a whole episode about how the Waltons are going to put the Cronkies to shame with their spending on the Broncos, which I completely agree with. Oh, my point before was, dude, what if the Waltons are so rich that they just call it Mile High again? They don't need any.
Oh, that'd be great.
They should do that. They don't need any corporate sponsorship.
Yeah.
Why? They're the Waltons. They don't need to call it the
Yeah.
Walmart. Darn. Anyway, point being, but I can't fault them. They just keep winning.
Yeah, my thing is I think they have pluses and minuses, and every ownership does. I just know every fan base hates their owner, and I look at them and I say, yes, they have won some. I do think that they also have made consistent mistakes in certain areas, but I still think they're like above average owners, and I don't think that they're necessarily as malicious as often viewed, but at the same time, I don't view them as benevolent or any of these things. I'm just like, somebody has to own the team. They're better than most.
They're the literal invisible hand.
Yeah,
in that
invisible
they're
hand.
not here.
Yeah.
They're elsewhere.
Julian Strawther.
Oh, Juice Straw.
All right. For the sake of this segment,
Go.
Yeah.
We did it
and
again.
we're
We did
the
this one. We
3
get it right.
best
I knew we'd
friends
get it.
that anyone could have.
1, 2, 3. Julian Strawther. I've been saying, I perceive him to be I envision him taking the biggest leap for the Denver Nuggets. I just really think he's going to do more than he's done in the past. He's going to, I believe, approach his ceiling. We're just going to find out how high it is. But
Yeah.
he's shown us that all you need to see from a young player in that the game slows down. He performs in big moments and he improves. We're going to find out if he can play without fouling. I'm a little nervous about that one, if he's going to lose playing time because he fouls so much. But I just like his skill set. I think he's a good player.
So I came in third. Everybody knows I'm most skeptical of Julian. Are you also pretty skeptical and you just knew I was very? Or?
Yeah, I think I'm closer to you than Eric, but
Okay.
I figured you were lower. I think one thing that I've really got an eye on this year is just that Julian and Peyton really have to fight to keep their heads above water in the rotation.
Yep.
And just with the guys they brought in, who I think are closer to just actualized products in the NBA. So I some part of me wants to buy what Eric has said about what Julian could become, but
You're smart not to.
I weigh it against, I think, the practical sort of obstacle course that is getting him from point A to point B.
It's hard, man, to be in the NBA. It's like he has a long way to go. All right, this next one gets so fun because it's so hard.
Oh, man. Finally, it's going to be fun.
Aaron Gordon.
Oh, boy.
Man.
I hate that.
I know this one's really tough.
I think I know what we're all going to be.
Oh, man, I don't like that.
You know what?
All right, can I guess before we? Are you all selected?
I'm selected.
Have you selected? Here's my guess.
I hate this.
I don't want anything
Here's
to
my
do
guess.
with this.
2-2-2. Let's see.
I went 3 because I'm trying to play for real. Oh wow! You know what's funny? I should have gone 1 because I actually love him.
So do I. I just tried to gauge.
I was trying to gauge.
I
where
all
we were
figured
going.
you guys have to love him so much that surely. You guys want to
That's what I
redo
thought
it
for
and
sure
we're all
we'd all be
one? I
2-2-2,
feel like
man.
it's
Here's how I
better
feel
for all
about
one.
AG, Mr. Nugget. Everything about him's perfect. I think he's a guy that makes the Nuggets what they are. But if he misses 15 games, I think the Nuggets are fine.
He's also probably the highest.
He's also the highest. I think the Nuggets can survive an AG absence better than almost everybody else of the core guys. Cam, maybe not CB. CB is the other guy. And it's not because he's not great. It's just that in the regular season, he kind of does his job.
Totally.
But I also love him and think he's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to square that.
We should have all tied with first. I feel like that's better.
Yeah, that might have been the.
But,
Well,
yeah, 'cause it
no,
feels-
that's not allowed.
It feels like coming into this season, who sees the best for AG ahead of coming down the pike?
So my very, very, very micro argument I was gonna make as to why maybe I wasn't one. I'm kind of selling the AG sharpshooter thing a bit.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, come on.
Even if he could like replicate something close to it in the regular season. I just think in the playoffs it kind of ended up being the same deal as always.
Oh, should have brought him. You know what I got? Those AG Jokic combo shoes. I ordered a pair.
Oh, really?
They just showed up.
That's so dope.
They're so cool. The back is
That's a Friday thing.
The back
Get in
is
Friday.
well, I'm going to be in Montenegro. The back is lenticular.
You're leaving again tomorrow?
I'm going to Montenegro. We've been talking about this for.
You're only back for 1 day?
I didn't come back for 1 day. I just happened. My trip ended and whatever.
All right. Next one, Tim Hardaway Jr.
I'm excited to hear about Montenegro.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Who's highest? Who's lowest?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Fine.
Ready, go. Oh, we did it again. We're so good.
These sons of guns.
At least half of these I think we've gotten right. I think he's going to be really impactful this year. I think he's going to play a lot. He's probably going to look good with Jokic. We'll probably get mad at him at certain times, but I mean, come on, he's a vet minimum.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I think he's going to be really good and probably has some stretches in it where, you know what he is? He's going to be Will Barton. Imagine if Will Barton came to us for a minimum. People would be like, dude, this guy's awesome.
Yeah. I'm just really nervous about his defense. People whose teams he's played for, that's what they talk about. Is he just is absolute traffic cone?
Yeah, but he's not the starting shooting guard, you know?
No, but it is frustrating when, especially defense. We'll see. I mean,
You're right, of
The
course. You're
defense
right,
on the second unit should be greatly improved, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But that's the part that makes me nervous.
I just see him as kind of, you could hope Julian Strawther ends up as this, or you could just play Tim Hardaway Jr.
Man, this one I have no idea what we're going to say. Ben Wallace.
What? Oh, God.
Ben Wallace. I don't know.
No, I
Can we
don't
break
know.
it down into Ben and then Wallace?
No, Ben Wallace.
Dude, come on, man.
Go.
Come on. Really?
All right, I guess I'm out of time. I'll just do this for posterity.
What were you going to say?
I didn't know. I was going to do 2 to be safe.
Yeah.
How could you not be insanely high on Ben Wallace?
But because the game is trying to figure out if one of you is more freakishly high than I am.
Yeah. Well, because
who could
you're
be-
convinced that they're going to have a great offseason next year?
Why wouldn't I be? They've only made It's like an artist comes out and releases nothing but bangers, and you're like, well, what about the?
It's like an
sophomore slump?
artist comes out and delivers a banger.
First
I would
album's
say,
a banger.
yeah, it's like
First
first
album's a
album a banger.
banger.
And you're like, I think I like these
Absolute's
guys.
a
That's my only thing is I think they've done an A+ job, no complaints. But even by their own admission, they're like, hey man, some things fell into our lap. Tim Hardaway Jr. called us. And sometimes it's as simple as that.
They didn't make any mistakes.
They didn't make any
Not only
mistakes.
that, they made great moves, and they made more than one move. They made multiple moves, and all of them were like, "Oh, sick!
Yeah.
Oh, dope! Oh, hell
They
yeah!"
had an A++ offseason for sure. We have to see a little bit more, but I am excited.
I'm number one,
All right, I guess I'm 2 because I'm in between you guys here.
Ooh, I'm 3.
bro. I listen. We've seen people come in and make grave mistakes right off the bat that we knew were grave mistakes right off the bat, and we were like, okay, well, we got to settle in. You got to give him time.
Right.
When Tim Connolly came in, he made some pretty egregious errors, one of which made or triggered a huge ESPN expose on how dumb the front office for the Denver Nuggets was.
By the way,
because he tried to sign Kenneth Faried
well,
to an illegal
who
deal.
did?
Well,
Ben Tenzer.
but that was a million years ago.
Yeah, but of course. But here's the thing I'm going to say. Did the Nuggets sign anyone to a new contract this year other than these vet minimums, which were reached out saying, hey, we just want a minimum. That's what we're
what
going.
they did was they got.
I know.
They turned one into another.
But what I'm saying is there's so many different parts of being a GM.
Sure.
They have not yet gone into the contract negotiation phase. If they come out and it's Christian Brown gets 3 years, $150 million, and Peyton Watson gets 4 years, $90 million, it might be like, man, that's like overpays for guys. You know, like you might be nervous about that, and then you go, well, they're not good at this part.
Well,
that's a skill set we don't know about as much.
Here's what I'll say is that they're working in an environment that their predecessors did not work in, where vets are reaching out to come to play for them. And so that's actually a bargaining chip when you can be like, hey, we want you here, Christian, but like a lot of people want to be here. So,
And I think the biggest feather in their cap, in my opinion, is
their one cap they both wear.
that they share, the cap that they share. A weird situation. Is I think everyone was looking around going, oh, GMs are dumb again. Can the Nuggets please be the team that calls a dumb GM? And I'm not saying that's what happened with Brooklyn, but they came in and they were able to find
Sacramento.
they approached a team that seemed to be operating in a bit of a wild card kind of way, and they got a deal that I think even big MPJ fans feel is favorable for the financial flexibility and future of the team. So to me, that's their biggest feather. But I think Adams made a strong argument that there are more boxes to check or not to check, you know.
They haven't drafted a player yet. They haven't signed anybody to an extension. They haven't negotiated some of these murky waters, you know, but they nailed the stuff that they did. They haven't been presented with that task. I'm just saying those tasks are.
What I would say is that they've identified talent and brought it in, you know, in a way that was smart. So
when Nurkic got traded to Portland, Blazers fans after a month were like, he's better than Bill Walton.
He was for that time.
And it's like, well, let's see how he navigates the future.
But that was one move. This is like what I'm building my foundation here on is that they made a bunch of moves and they were all good.
All right, this one, you guys, we're going to fight because we have to get to this one. I'm skipping ahead a little, Dion. Nikola Jokic.
Oh, crubs.
Be sincere because we're going to argue here. We're going to argue.
I mean, come on.
Ready?
Dude. Come on, dude. I mean, come on.
No, we're arguing.
No, we're not arguing.
We are arguing.
We're all here literally because of Nikola Jokic.
We could have done this with AG. We were trying to be accurate.
No.
Somebody is highest on Jokic here.
AG did not trigger a lifestyle change in each of us the same way Nikola Jokic did. Brendan moved here because of Nikola Jokic. I quit my full-time job and started working in sports because of Nikola Jokic.
All right.
You identified him early in the summer league process, but all of us are born in the wool or dyed in the wool supporters, and we're
all very high on Jokic. We're all very high,
mean,
but
like,
somebody's highest. Somebody is highest.
Look
on
back,
Jokic.
you're like, which of these disciples was highest? Was it Luke or John? They all died.
Yeah.
I'm dying for Jokic.
I mean, it's easy though. You can even argue who's
All right,
lowest.
Jokic is one of the 15
Judas.
best players you've ever seen. True or false?
I mean, come
True.
on, brother.
10.
Brother, we have a long way to go here.
He's the best player I've ever seen. He's the best player I've ever seen.
He is, to me, we'll say 3 until he wins enough things.
I
But
got him
I
at
just
3.
always say I've watched Jokic, or I watched LeBron, I watched all these guys. He's, to me, in the same category as all of these guys.
Yeah. I mean, but this is not winnable because this is like, Jokic moved us all to change our lives.
So true, dude. It's actually, the fact that that's literally
It's
true.
actually literally true.
Yeah.
That's not an exaggeration in the
It's
slightest.
not an exaggeration at all. We all changed our lives.
The disciple thing works here. It is you know what? My life has changed. I am now on a new path. I'm walking it.
It's not a metaphor, Adam. We are disciples of Nikola Jokic.
People are saying, who isn't high on Jokic? No, guys, somebody is highest.
That's the game.
There's somebody on earth who is the single highest person on Nikola Jokic. I think it's me.
I know you think it's me. I think it's me.
I think it's me.
I think it's me.
Do we think it's his wife, or does she have constructive?
No,
does she have constructive criticism?
She has way more criticism.
She definitely is like more annoyed by him, and also she doesn't like. She's got to watch all the games. Like, again, you moved here. I used to have a different.
If I didn't live here, I would have moved here.
But you did, so maybe you're not as high. We can't do that. I mean,
I'm telling you, I think I am number 1 highest on Jokic. I think you guys are high on him. I just think I'm a little higher. Genuinely think I'm a little bit higher on him. I don't know.
Oh my God. we can't settle this one.
This is the best segment.
You know,
All right.
you know what we have to do? Mark this moment, chat, and you get to, in chronological order, whoever complains about Yoke first.
Yeah.
No.
Off the island.
Sometimes the ones you love, you can criticize.
Serbs, I will remind you
What a
how many
superficial
times
love that you can't
Nikola
criticize.
Jokic was called out by Adam. Would
Oh.
he be in the
100%.
cause all of you to say over and over how disgusting it was that he didn't deserve to watch him. Me, nothing but glowing admiration. In fact, I'm going back to his homeland again.
To see him?
I went to Indiana for a taste of his homeland. So.
Taste of his homeland. Let's do a couple quick ones here.
The Chavapi was really good.
Let's do a couple quick ones here. Christian Brown. Who's highest on Christian Brown?
Give me.
All right, okay. I knew this would happen.
Hey, we did it. We're back on schedule here.
back.
I'm really high on CB. I actually think there's a chance he's, like we said, most improved player. I think he's really good. Just gets it. I think he's going to be super solid. Peyton Watson.
I bet.
I think we know this one too.
You
wanted to be first.
Well,
I'm surprised by this.
I think he's gonna make a big leap. You're probably higher.
I am higher on him, but it's the same as I feel with Pickett, where I think opportunity is there's some of this that I think is out of his control. A lot of it, most of it that is, some of it's out.
Yeah.
With Pickett, I think most of it is out. Only some of it's in his control. But I still think, I still believe in him.
I'm impressed by the work he's been putting in.
Hopefully we get to see that work here very, very soon. Zeke Naji.
No.
Oh, this is easy. Easy.
Really? Oh, I was gonna say I'm not high on him, but I think you guys hate him. So
I don't hate him. I said I think he's going to be a functional member of this team.
By the way, Josh Barnett's right. One thing we can all agree on is that's not Harrison Wind who gave him a 9 on the excitement scale.
Oh, that's so true. Criticize a guy, you can criticize a guy. You say he's a 9 in excitement, you don't love him like we love him.
Dude.
Get out of here, Harrison.
Get the hell out of
here.
here.
Get the hell out of our club.
That's Evan, not true. P-Watt and Julian can make a leap. They can absolutely both make a leap.
I don't know the answer to this one. Big Val.
Ooh.
Big Val.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
We suck.
The bar for the players we need off the bench is so low that we've been hyping guys that we're like, he's all right.
Thrilled about.
We're thrilled about
Bruce Brown.
Dude, I waged actual war against a nation, Greece, on behalf of Big Val, and I'm the third highest on him, apparently. In my
Oh
mind.
my God, that's too funny. That's all of them. We got to get to some. Do we have some super chats there, Dion?
We got 4. How about Drunk Philosophy?
Oh, he's back.
Who, as we know, aptly named himself exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
up, boys?
Told us that we loved having him on, and then he revealed he actually does have a drinking problem.
What up, boys? Caught you live for a few minds in the stall at Twin Peaks. Getting slizzy at lunch, baby.
Wow.
We soft pitched it and he hammered it home. I mean,
Man, I don't know how
yeah. What can I
we
say?
love you, brother.
Shout out, Drunk Philosophy. Kick Photo 719. Pepper take rating for whether or not the Nuggets will finally get a 10-game win streak this
Oh,
season.
we got to do this on tomorrow's show. I like it.
What a pin.
I put a pin in it because I like that.
Thanks
We will
for paying
definitely.
for it. Everyone else is getting it for free tomorrow.
Kick Photo 719. Come back around tomorrow. We'll discuss your wonderful
We got to
question.
get to that. That'll be one of the things we do tomorrow as we deep dive the schedule tomorrow.
Now, this fellow's from a place I've never heard before. It says here Australia. Josh Barnett from down under. Finally, we can see what the year of Jamal Murray looks like. 82-0 LFG.
Let's
Oh, I
go,
love
dude.
it, man.
Me and Josh from Down Under are going to dance on everyone's graves when it is the year of Jamal Murray. Or
I'm so high on Jokic, I'm low on Murray. You're not as high as
there's only enough room in my heart for one.
And let's end with a really positive note. Maddox, I was really optimistic before seeing the schedule, but I really don't see 60 wins here. 7-game roadie, 30 daily flights, 16 back-to-back. It's too much, to be honest.
I mean, whatever, man. We got freaking 12 real guys.
On paper, you might be right.
Son of a biscuit. That's where Zeke's going to come in.
Hit,
why you
hit
play
that
the
outro
games.
music. This game, honestly, this game.
Dude, I'm pretty low on this.
Chat, rank yourselves. Who
I'm the
was highest
lowest.
on the show today?
I'm the lowest on
And
this
let
game.
us know in the comments who is actually highest on Jokic. You can let us know. Be honest. Be honest. You guys can say it. Hit that like button. We'll see you tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.